Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby, and today I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on some of those envelopes that I made with some wallpaper. But first I just wanted to show you that stack that I was talking about. This is the stack of wallpaper that I have. Then, you know, within each of these sheets are like smaller pieces, and it's just incredible. I don't know if this is focusing or not, but on just how much there is. There's tons. In this section here are all of the Italian damasks, and the paper is so much thinner, which makes them really nice for folding. But yeah, so that's actually, that pattern there is actually one that we might make together today. But some of the other ones are just beautiful. The colors, there's gold. I mean, look at that. So these are the biggest pieces that sort of came straight out of the book like this. I cut them all out of the books. And so I have them stored over here. And I've got to find a place for them because they're taking up a lot of room. This is actually just my little sewing desk that I normally use, and then I had a bunch of little pieces that I ended up cutting up into a more manageable size. So this box is also just filled with wallpaper. So I forget what size these were. I'll tell you a little later, but inside this box are just, like I said, smaller pieces that I can use to make tags quickly or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to go back to my desk and we're going to get started. Okay, so in my last video, I had showed you some of the pouches that I had made, envelope pouches that I had made with wallpaper, and then this one had a little journal inside. And this one here, there was just some paper pads inside of that one. And then, I'm not going to go through them all, but, you know, I had made a few, sort of, to say the least. So there, you could watch that video. It's just a short video, the one before this. And so I'd asked if anybody wanted to see how I had made them, and several people said that yes, they did. So you'll be glad to know that this is pretty basic. I am not going to measure anything. I'm not going to do anything like that for the most part. You could use any material you want. So if you have wallpaper, you can go ahead and try that. You could use scrapbooking paper, coffee stained paper, any sort of paper, and pretty much any size. Depending on the size of envelope you want, you more or less can judge for yourself the size that you're going to need to accomplish that. Let's just say, like these ones that I cut down, the smaller ones, I'll tell you, are about 8.5 by 12. So you could easily cut that sort of size out for yourself on, like I said, scrapbooking paper or wallpaper. So I'm going to use wallpaper today, but like the sort of tutorial or the sizes or the way in which I do my envelopes will not change if you use some other form of paper. Let's use that size that I just gave you. You could use whatever you have available in your hands right now. It doesn't really matter. So this is a little hard to see because it's white on white. Let me see. Let's put this here. That's a little better. So the first thing I do is I start from the top, and from that point, that's where I sort of judge how big I want my flap to be. So when I say flap, I mean this portion here. Okay? And it depends. If you've got a specific project in mind, then that you know, will change for you. But if I want something just average, like I'm going to make an average size envelope, then I just sort of eyeball it. So I start up here and I fold down. And to me that looks pretty good right there. So if there are people who require measurements, then this is like 2 1/4. That's about it. I mean, you can go more and you can go less, okay? And then I'm going to take that other portion from the bottom and I'm going to go up and fold it up on itself here. I like to leave about, let's call it half an inch, maybe a little more, it depends. Let's just call it half an inch, about there, from that crease that we made for the flap. So don't go all the way to here, because once you have everything glued together, you will find it very difficult to get stuff in there. So leave yourself a little bit of a gap, about a half inch or a little more would be okay too, and then fold. So now you have this. And you could very well be done here. A lot of people just use envelopes like this, quick and easy. You could make 1,000,000 in 10 minutes. All you would need to do now is sort of glue here and here, close it shut. You could round your corners if you'd like. Bing, bang, done, okay? But I'm going to take it a little bit of a step further. Still easy, but to me, it just appears a little more finished. And if you're going to make like a pretty pouch or something like this, then it allows for you to have a bit more of a little gusset here. So I'm just going to turn this back on its side. And again, without measuring, I'm going to fold in the side here. Again, about, now, like I said, if you have measurements that you need to have required for a project or something, then you may want to use more or less of however much you're going to fold here. I don't have anything specific in mind. I'm just making envelopes, so I don't really care. So I'm going to fold in about a half an inch again, making sure that you're sort of going straight with this. And you're going to just fold it in like that. Okay? So you've just folded in your side here. This happens to be my right side. So then I'm going to go to the other side, same thing. So this is where we just folded, and we're going to do the same thing here. I'm eyeballing it. It is not imperative that they're exactly the same, but you would like to try as best as you can to get it as close as possible. Not like we're going to have the paper police after us or anything, right? Okay. Sorry about my chair. It's awfully squeaky. All right. And then I'm just going to give those a quick press with my bone folder. There. There. And quickly I'll just press down the folds that we made earlier. There, like that. Okay? So now you're just going to have to get out your scissors. You could use your scissors. You could also use your knife and ruler. And because I have a hard time cutting, I'm going to use my knife and ruler this time. And we're just going to get onto the paper here. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is cut out some of these portions. So I'm going to grab my pencil and show you which ones you need to cut. So this is your flap up here, so the smallest section. And you're going to cut out here, right here. Same thing on this side, and we'll do this together. Okay? You're going to leave the middle sections, but we're going to miter them a little bit. And mitering, it means that we're just going to cut a little bit of a diagonal so that things fold a bit better. So we'll make one here as well. Okay? So we're leaving this piece of the whole thing, but we'll be mitering or cutting on an angle just a little bit into that section, okay? And then the bottom section here, we're going to be cutting out. Here. Okay? Same thing on the other side. We're not going to do that. You guys have probably seen this a million times. Okay, so we're cutting out the tops and the bottoms. So let's do that right now. I just push up on my edge of my ruler so that I know where the fold is, so that I know I'm going straight as well. Okay. So we're going to go there. We'll cut them straight across now, and then we'll miter them in a minute, okay? So that's that. Okay, now we're going to go down here and cut down this portion. There, and then straight across on the crease here. Okay, so now we have something that looks like this. Okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Okay, and then the bottom half, find my line here. Oops. All right, so there, now we have that. Okay, we're going to quickly go ahead and miter our, where's my little scissors here? Miter these edges. So where you have left the whole piece here to fold in is where you're going to want to miter your edge. So you want to go in a little bit from that corner and then cut towards that space right there. So you just want to take your scissors and trim. It doesn't matter how big or small, it doesn't really affect anything except for maybe avoiding some bulk, or just make sure that the gluing is good. So same thing over here, you could go in a little bit and you angle your scissors towards that center and snip. So now you have that. And then you go over here and do the same thing, go in a little bit towards that middle section, there and there. And that's it, you guys, pretty much done. So at this point, you could use a corner rounder to do your edges or not, or any decorative punch. You could do whatever you want with your edges. I'm just going to round them just to give it a little nicer shape. I'm sorry, I have to do it this way because I don't have any strength in my fingers. And then I'll also do the bottom portion here. Like that. Okay, so now we just rounded the edges here. I'm going to put this back. Beautiful paper. All right, so now we have that. So now you can just fold those in and fold those up. At this point also, if you want to, I don't even know what this is. What is this? Ground espresso. It does not go with this gray at all, but I'm just for purposes of showing you. If you wanted just to remove the white lines, anything that you could see, this would be the time to do any inking. If I had some of my inks close by, I would do a better job and use the right color, but for the sake of time, we'll just do this. Do or don't, it doesn't even really matter. Not necessary at all, guys. Okay. So I briefly mentioned in my other video the issue with, and this, I don't know what it is. I guess, you know, some of these wallpapers are made with vinyl or some sort of other things that prevent actual, or like real, other glues to stick to it well enough that it will stay. So I learned the hard way. I put together some of these and then noticed that things were falling off like immediately, even after I thought they were dry. So what does work is your Fabri-Tac or any kind of fabric glue works very well. It dries like normal and then nothing comes apart. So if I have any suggestions for you, then this would probably be it, is to use your Fabri-Tac. I don't know about double-sided tapes. I didn't try. I would think that it would be okay, but so when I glue, found that the best thing to do is to actually apply glue on the bottom portion of the biggest part of your envelope where you're going to fold it. So then this way you avoid, that's just way too much, isn't it? Going too far up the little fold here, or the little gusset, because you don't want glue where you don't need it. And I'm having a real problem with my glue right now, so we're just going to put this here. I don't know, Fabri-Tac is great, but I don't know. It really comes out fast sometimes for me. Okay, put the lid back on here. And then you just fold this up. I just like to hold it for a second. I don't want to get anything on this paper because I want to use it. Okay. And that is it, you guys. It couldn't be any easier than that. Look how pretty. So now you could decorate the back, or you could decorate the front, or this is the front and this back, I don't know. But I don't know, if we have a bit of time, maybe we can decorate one. But why don't we make another one together? So I have this bigger piece, and I like the lines sort of running up and down like that. But I have to cut this one because it's too big. But I'd like to make like a bigger pouch with it. So some of the ones I had put journals in. So I believe I made those ones, what did I say? It was about 10. Yeah, let's make it, I'm going to make this one maybe 10.5. I'll cut it at 10.5. Like I said, guys, you don't need to follow any of these. I'm just going to do this to make a little bit of a bigger pouch. But I'm just going to do this for, turn this around. Because I have I would like to make a specific project with this. So I'm going to just cut this one at 10.5. So 10.5 wide. And let me put something else down because I can't see what I'm doing. I'll just let you look at another pretty piece here. So 10.5 wide, and then That would be really giant. Oh no, that might be good. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave the length the way it is for now. And how are we going to cut this? Let me measure 10.5 across the top. And this is the way I do it. So I made a mark down here, and I made a mark up here, so measured across 10.5. And then I'm actually just going to fold the paper up to that mark on the line that I made, more or less, because it doesn't have to be perfect, just like this. So I don't have to bother with drawing a straight line. And I'm just going to crease that, making sure that I folded it on the same line up here, and crease it. Right, so now I'm left with that crease, and now I'm able to either use my X-Acto blade or my scissors to cut on that line, which is what we're going to do now. Okay, so I said the width was 10.5, and if anybody really cares, I'll just tell you how long this is. Not that it really matters. So that's about 12. And then this is about 19.5. Probably many of you won't have paper that big, but like I said, it really doesn't matter. Whatever size you have, you just create that size of envelope. I just wanted a bigger pouch style. Looks like I cut very crooked here. So let's see if I can fix that. Just gonna clean this up a little bit before we move on. So now we're gonna fold it again, okay? So I don't have to worry about direction because there's no pattern or anything on this. So what I want to do is just sort of feel out how big this time I'm more worried about the space I have here because I might want to put a journal in here. So to me that looks about good, and then I have plenty of space here for a nice flap. I can come down even a little bit more. Okay, so I would like to fold mine about here, and I will tell you in case you're following measurements. I folded it up about 7 3/4. Okay, from the bottom. So I just folded that up. And then this I'm going to fold down, again leaving about a 1/2 inch gap there, which I'll show you. Okay, it's probably a little more than a 1/2 inch there, but now same thing. I'm going to take the sides, and I want to keep this as big as possible, so I'll probably still stick to my like 1/2 inch fold here. Here, just make sure I'm going straight-ish. So like that. And then the other side, same thing. Okay. You can give this all a little press if you'd like. This side is a little bigger, I think. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay. So that's my bottom. And that's my top. All right, so pretty. Now we're gonna just do a little bit of cutting. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take this off. Again, we'll start at the top. And we're gonna cut off this little section right here. So up to the fold and then up the side. Okay, and we'll do that on both sides. Okay, that's one. Now we'll do the other side. It's there. Okay, so that's the top done. There and there. And now we'll go down and do the bottom. So that'll be on your fold line and then down the side here. Oops. So there. And there. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, then we're going to miter the edges here. So again, going in on that bit of flap that you've left, you go in a little bit and you angle your scissors up towards the corner and you clip a little bit off. Okay, same thing here. It just gives it a cleaner look, and my scissors are not cutting. Oh, maybe it's just the operator. Okay, and then you go this side, do the same thing. From there. And there. Okay, so now we are ready to glue. Actually, we're gonna round the edges again before we do anything. So I'm just gonna do the bottoms and the tops. This one there. 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 And there goes my pencil. Okay. And there. Okay, get that gluing done. So again, I'm just going to glue the bottom portion here along the sides to avoid any glue being on the flap. Oh, work with me, glue. Just need a little. Good enough. Okay. There, and this side. And again, just a reminder to use Fabri-Tac. Not even my art glitter glue worked. So, I mean, you can try, maybe it, I don't know, but this seemed to be the best. Okay, so then I'm just going to fold it up onto those flaps there. That side and this side. Everything fits. Oh, this is so pretty. I love this green. Okay, some of you might be wondering about the inside. There is so much space there that you could easily put like another piece in there. Obviously this is not big enough, but you know, you could fit another piece into there. Just measure it so that it fits. You know, glue it. I mean, you can clean up the edges or whatever, and it could be lined inside. I did some of the other ones like that after the fact, but so that's an option. Or you line it with anything that you want, paper even. And that's that. And that is a nice big envelope. So that envelope ended up being, when all closed up, 8.5 by 9 1/4. So nice big envelope. You could go ahead now and put like the policy closure on there with 2 brads, or you know, 2 eyelets, or something like what I did. You could use Velcro. This one I put these decorative little things that I made. I put them on Velcro so you could remove them. But I just use Velcro to keep the whole thing closed. So there's a few options there. So that's it. So I think you pretty much got the idea. I don't know. Let's see. Do we have time? Do I have stuff here that we can make? So let me get out my Velcro. So this vinyl kind of, this has got a nice paper feel to it. So something tells me the Velcro dots would probably stick to this pretty well. I like the pokey side up. But sometimes on this more shiny sort of thing, the Velcro doesn't want to stick as well. So you might want to also put Fabri-Tac on your Velcro dot. Yeah, see, that's going to stick just fine. So that was easy. And then these, I'm not too sure about this one yet. I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything with it, but we can decorate this one. Okay, so we got a Velcro dot. Do I want to do the front or this side? I call this the front. I don't know why. Because what if you then glue it down maybe, or use it, you know, you can put it in a journal and actually just glue the sides down and use that as a pocket as well as this. That would be fun. Okay, maybe we'll just decorate the front. Let's see what we want to do. What do we feel like when we look? It probably could use something here. Do we want to use beige? I like that. Let's put that on there. This has a sticker on it, thank goodness. But the sticker is really stuck. And it's hard to peel. Okay, actually got it. So let's put a piece of lace across that flap there. I'm going to go over just a little bit and then I'll trim it later because I like it to go right up. There. Okay. That off. Okay, let me trim this if I can. Wanted to get the video in because the boys in the band are coming, and then, you know, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. So, had my window of opportunity, so I came down. Sorry about my chair. It's just kind of funny. And then, so yeah, that's what a little lace can do. So then let's see, what else? I'm going to put this on here so we can see better. I have these little dots. They're like plastic puffy dots. But I got this nice gray that goes, okay, let's see, maybe that's an after thing. Okay, I found this little bit of this label instead. I don't know, it's got a bit of black on it, which would be nice too. I could put it there and then sort of build up a little. I like that. So let's maybe trim down the corners a little. There. Let's maybe get a person. If I can find someone small enough to sit there. So that would be, what, 2 bolts, right? Put that back. He's just going to have to fit so that his head doesn't get covered up. Well, there's somebody sitting there. Yeah, but he's going to get covered up. We can't have that, can we? Darn it. He's too big. Let's see. Do they have smaller ones? She kind of gets lost in there. Oh, look at this little Bubba with the dolly. Oh, so cute. I think we're going to go with the plainer one, and then maybe I'm going to see if I have some greenery or something I can put back there. Let's see. Okay, you people can all get back in your little container here. Alright, let's see what I have for greenery. And I found these, which I like. I'm just going to set those down on here. I got my sticker peeled off here. I'm just going to place it down. I'm not even 100% sure what I'm doing, but we're just going to put it there. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little ink around these edges before I peel them. I think this is a sticker as well, but I could be wrong. It is a sticker. I'm going to put that down here. I'm just kind of winging it. I didn't really look too good at where I wanted the placement, but it is what it is. We're just going to go with it. Okay, so that's on. And then I have this thing. I think we're going to put here more or less. I feel like it might be a little big, but it is what it is. You can't spend all day thinking about it, because otherwise, if you're anything like me, you'll be here for days. And we'll put that here. And then we have this little cutie boot right here. Let's see. Let's give her a little ink too. And I think I'm just going to place her right there. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, I could move her down a little. Just there. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. So it doesn't take much, you guys, you know, a few elements, maybe a sticker, whatever you have, and collage, or like build up a little. And I think it looks great no matter what you do. Okay, I was thinking about these. I got these at Dollar Tree, I think. Forever in Time. That would be about right, I think. I don't know. But maybe quite some time ago. I don't. They're little enamel dots. I never used them until just a couple of days ago. So let's see. Do I do a black one and a gray one? I think I'm going to put a black one up here. And a gray one beside it. Don't stick. And let's see, I'm going to put this little itty bit right here. Can you even see what I'm doing? A little itty bitty one here. And maybe just because we can, I'll put one on this side too. There. Well, I think that looks super cute. So yeah, okay. So that is it, you guys. Easy, I think. And then you can have fun decorating until your heart's content. So there's the two that we made together. We didn't finish this one, but I might want to put a journal or something in there. And then this is the one that we just did together with Velcro. But like I said, you could go ahead and line the inside and or use a different kind of closure. There's probably many ways you could do it. So that's that. Oh, I love it. And yeah, these are just some of the ones that we made in the last video. And that is it, you guys. So I hope that helps for those of you who wanted to see just a basic envelope. It's pretty easy. Like I said, there's no measuring involved. And you could always use regular paper or regular scrapbooking paper. And if you have wallpaper, it really is a lot of fun. It seems to be a little bit more forgiving. So, like these, you will not have a problem. Like, you can open that up pretty wide. I guess it's just they're pliable, so not as stiff as maybe, you know, scrapbooking paper would be, but still manageable. So yeah. So I hope that answers some of the questions that you had. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And we will be back with another video. I got another kit from Medieval Mirage for a design team project. So I'm really excited to show you that enormous package and see what we can do with it, okay? Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like my content, keep watching for new videos. Take care, you guys. Bye.